Hey Dominic, this is Brian from Leadhounds, and in this video I'm going to show you 3 things that you can start doing to bring in more patients through your website. So you might be asking yourself, why would this guy just show me this stuff for free? Couldn't I just do it myself and take advantage of the extra business? And the answer is yeah, you absolutely can do that. But what I've found working with a lot of small businesses is that most business owners don't have the time to worry about perfecting their websites and showing up on Google searches when they want to be running a business and treating patients like you. And I know you said you're pretty new to the website stuff, so I think that might apply to you as well. But, if you do think you have the time, then that's great. I encourage you to use what you learn in this video. But if not, and you like what you see, just give me a call or shoot me an email or text after you're done watching this video, and we can talk about the next steps. Okay, so I mentioned those 3 strategies, but what are we actually talking about here? What is the goal of those strategies? And that's going to center around what's called buyer intent keywords. So that's basically a word or a phrase that someone is going to search for on Google when they want to purchase a service. So in your case with active lifestyle aesthetics, that might be something like Botox San Diego. And you could run through this example with any of the services you provide. But I know Botox is really popular right now, especially in San Diego. So let's go with this. So I went ahead and searched for that on Google, and here's what we find. Up top, we have the paid ads, right? So you pay Google and they'll put you in one of these spots. And these can be really effective, but to be honest, not a lot of people click on them because they see this sponsored disclaimer right here and tend to skip right past. So those get about 1% of the website traffic. Then we have the map section, which we'll come back to. And then there are the organic listings, which we're going to focus on because they get the most clicks. They get the vast majority of the traffic from searches like this. So up top here, we have some of your competitors in San Diego, right? We have SD Botox, Grossmont Dermatology, La Jolla Cosmetic Laser Clinic. And so we can scroll down and see if you're showing up anywhere on the Google results. So we don't see active lifestyle aesthetics on that first page. We'll look at one more page just to make sure. And we're getting to the bottom of that first page, and I'm not seeing your website anywhere. Right? So what that means is that all the people searching for Botox San Diego are going to be clicking on one of the websites on this first page, one of your competitors instead of your website. So then you got to ask, well, how many people are really searching for this stuff? Like, do I even care? Am I even really missing out on a lot? And we can actually take a look at that using this tool I use called Ahrefs to get search engine data. If you look here, there's that keyword we looked up, Botox San Diego, and you can see that that gets 1,400 searches every single month. And then if you go down this list, we have some other big keywords, right? San Diego Botox, another 500, another 300 for Best Botox San Diego. And, just those first few, we're getting over 2,000 people that are searching for this service that you provide every single month. And like I said, you could do this for all your services. I think I saw you do fillers, maybe some laser work, hair restoration. So all of that stuff, people are searching for it. And if you're not showing up on Google, then none of these people are going to be finding your website. So let's take a look at your website on Ahrefs and see what you do come up for. So right here I search active lifestyle aesthetics, and we see you come up for 10 keywords. And if we look through this list, we see you're coming up with a few keywords. That's good. Aesthetic San Diego, that's a great one. But even that, San Diego aesthetics, you're in the 59th position, 65th position. So none of these are very high on the Google searches. So why don't we take a look at one of your competitors from those search results earlier and see how they're doing. So this is that one that came up in the #1 spot, SD Botox. If we take a look at their keywords, right, so this is what you want to see, right? Look at the keywords they're showing up for. Botox San Diego, SD Botox. Both of those with 1,400 searches a month, and some other really high volume ones where they're coming up in the first 2 positions, right? And, very importantly, on the first page of those search results. And that means that they're going to be getting the vast majority of the website traffic from searches like this. So how can we beat them out for those top spots? And that's going to come back to those 3 strategies that I talked about at the start of the video. So the first of those is going to be the content on your website. And what I mean by that is literally the words that are on your homepage. And what Google wants to see from its top businesses is at least 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on their homepage. And it should be content that uses those targeted keywords that we talked about. So we can look at your website, activelifestyleaesthetics.com, and it's pretty basic, right? You said you don't have much experience with this. That's okay. It looks clean and professional, but there's not a lot of content, right? There's not a lot of words, and there's no images. There's nothing on your homepage really explaining the services you provide, right? And that's the kind of stuff Google wants to see so that it can put you up top where people searching for those services, Google can say, hey, here's a company that is going to give you what you're looking for. So let's take a look at that competitor, SD Botox. So we can look at their website and we see that they have, already a good bit more content here, right? They list some of their top services, a little bit about their provider on the homepage. And if we scroll to the bottom, so they actually don't have a ton of content. They might have like 500-600 words. So that's actually a good thing, right? They have more than you. They're beating you right now. But if we add that minimum of 1,500 to 2,000 words that Google wants to see, then you're going to start beating them out in the content department. Okay, let's move on to the next strategy, which is what's called backlinking. And a backlink is when another website posts a link that goes to your website. And what that does is it tells Google a couple of things. Number one, it tells them that you're a credible business, right? Because if other websites are talking about you, that means, it gives them trust, right? That you're legitimate and not some random company. And number two, it tells them what you're relevant to. So not all backlinks are created equal, right? If you have a backlink from a website that's talking about medical spas or talking about the services like Botox, then that's going to be more powerful than a website that's talking about, say, like a food blog. Okay, so we can see here that you already have 3 backlinks. So that's great that you have a few to start out. But let's look at your competitor again. And we can see that SD Botox has 580 backlinks, right? So they're really going hard on their marketing. And they have a ton of backlinks. So right there you can see one of the reasons they're beating you out right now. And what we can do about that is we can go in and look at all these backlinks. And we can actually go through each of these websites and get you a link from each one. And that way we're going to be matching the strategy that SD Botox is using to get in those top spots on Google. And once we've done that, we'll go above and beyond and add another 100, 200 backlinks just to make sure we're not just matching them, but we're blowing them out of the water. Okay, so that's backlinks. I want to talk about one more thing, which is the Google Map Pack. And that's going to be this section here. I'm sure you've seen it. You search for a business or a service, and this little map pops up with 3 featured businesses, which it looks like they're all SD Botox, so they're really going hard, like I said. But these top 3 spots are going to be really important because they actually get about 30% of the traffic from searches like this. So how can you get in these top 3 spots? Well, one strategy we like to use is called citations. So a citation is kind of like a backlink, except instead of linking to your website, it goes to your Google Maps listing. So we can use a similar strategy as we did with backlinks and see all the citations that SD Botox has and get a link from all of those. And then on top of that, of course, we'll go ahead and add 100, 200 more citations to make sure we're outdoing them in that category. And then on top of that, we can go through your Google Maps listing if you have one already. If not, we can make one and optimize all the different fields that they let you fill out, right? And we can optimize your images so that they're pointing to your location, right? They're tagged with your location, so Google knows where to tell people where to go. And then finally, we can make sure you're reaching out to customers and getting positive reviews, and then responding to the reviews you do get. That's something Google really likes to see. All right, Dominic, so those are the 3 things I wanted to mention. Again, that's going to be the content on your website, 1,500 words using those target keywords. It's going to be your backlinks, right? We want to take you from 3, which is a good start, to outdoing your competitor in terms of backlinks. And then finally, we want to get you in that top 3 Google Map Pack spots so you can take advantage of that extra traffic. All right, thanks so much for watching, Dominic. I really hope this was valuable to you. If it was, just give me a call or shoot me an email using the info here, or you can text me or call me on my cell phone. You should have that now, and we can talk about next steps. All right, thanks. Bye.